Good morning. Good morning for me, maybe not for you, wherever you are. Woke up by the sea. Yesterday, you may have noticed I shared a video about the cleanup of this little area that we parked for the night. And whenever I see that mess, humans dropping the rubbish and just throwing it around, and it's hard not to just judge and cast blame and project violence onto them, assume who they might be, judge their condition, and so on. And last night it was late at night, and there was some cars pulling up to this area where we were sitting, and there were little things happening, some talk, and I was noticing some tension going on in one of the cars, and I didn't know what was happening, but there was some frustration and so on. Anyway, some different cars came, and it seems to be like a little spot where you come at night, maybe go to the beach with your partner. And yesterday when we were cleaning out the rubbish, we found a lot of condoms just in the grass. So people may come here for a little spot to, have sex, cultivate love, make love, I hope. Some maybe just want to have sex, get the end away. And then this morning, under this nice clean area, what's there? A condom and a beer bottle. So when I first walk over and I see this condom, of course, what comes up inside of me is judgment. It's like, oh look, somebody's had sex, not had sex. There doesn't seem to be any sperm in there in terms of ejaculation, but and they throw the condom out. And initially my judgment wants to come in. Ignorance, why would they do that? And based on where we are in humanity right now, based on what we see in the world, based on the things we judge as right, wrong, good or bad, it's the practice always for me is, how do I open as love? How do I open as a higher awareness of what's actually happening, and how can I see the perfection in it all, even when I'm looking and viewing ignorance and separation and disconnection, right? Because of course on some level I'm judging them as ignorance, disconnection, separation, right? So I'm saying that's bad, and then I can sit in my area and be like almost self-righteous and go, well, they're ignorant, they're unconscious, they're just in their pain bodies, right? You can look at it from that place, and then it's them and us, and they're the other, and I'm sat over here, doing what I'm doing, feeling self-righteous, thinking that everything that I'm doing is great because I'm more conscious, more aware, more awake. And so as I walked from the van over to here, and I looked, and I was like feeling into, okay, so let me just feel into me. How does that make me feel? How does it make me feel? And how does it make me feel after cleaning up this whole area, and then the rubbish starts to come? What am I seeking? Am I seeking approval? Am I seeking I'm a do-gooder, I did good, somebody's come and done bad? Or can I just feel into how many times I did that? How many times I did throwing rubbish out the window of my car as I drive down the road, throwing rubbish wherever I am and thinking that somebody will just come and clean it up because there's garbage men and people that choose to do that job. So it's not my problem. Somebody else will clean it up. Somebody else will take it. And it makes me tune into that and tune into who I was when I used to do that, and where I was, and how unaware I was, and how oblivious I was to the interconnectedness of us all. I wasn't able to think of others when I was stealing from others, taking from them. When I was disregarding others, when I was being rude and violently communicating, I was wounded. I was in fear. I was in lack, deep lack and scarcity, and everything was about me. Me. It was all about me. What can I do? How can I get on? How can I survive? How can I be better than everybody else? What do I need to do to rise up and be the best? And it was very much a dog-eat-dog mentality. It was, the fight for survival. The fit succeed. And I wasn't able to expand into the awareness of others, of how me dropping my condom, or me dropping my rubbish, or me stealing from someone, or me being rude to somebody, I did not have any understanding that rippled out and connected and interconnected with the whole. And so when that happened, when that shift started to take place, and that perception started to shift, and I started to take a deeper understanding, and my awareness became that, then I could never do many of the actions that I used to do. I wasn't able to do the things I mentioned. Not even if it was in a sense of still in the wiring or the condition or the behavior of some of the things. Of course, some stays and lingers for a long time. Some of the words, some of the language, some of the conditioned habits and behaviors. Yeah, but then they start to become more less and less, the more awareness and love I brought to myself. So yeah, just felt like sharing that little reflection this morning after a little clean up of this area yesterday, and having also recently really more sitting with myself and looking at the world and feeling into me and what my contribution is, and how it can just become another war when we just start to be about, they need to change, and they are this and they are that and they are this and they are that, and it's because of them, and we point the finger, we blame. And I've mentioned this on many videos before, we point the finger, we point three back at ourselves. You all maybe know that one. So yeah. And in this moment I feel much more accepting and clearer just by sharing this video and really being with that before I started this video this morning. And just taking that ownership and feeling that part within me that would still need love, to be held, to be heard, to be healed, to be seen, to open as love. Sun is bright, sending you love wherever you are in the world. If you enjoyed this video, then let me know, share a comment. If it brought up something for you, feel free to share your reflections for others to read. Ciao.